All right, here we are doing our rear SoundSkins kit for the JK Jeep. We're going to be removing the interior pieces right now. You're going to start with a T30 Torx bit. You're going to remove all the clasps that hold the panel down here on the side, so it's going to be a total of 4 here and here, and the 2 up front right there. So I'll take the bolts out right now. All right, so we have all our bolts now out. We're gonna remove the tub right here. Then you have your plastic tub that's sitting right here. That just pulls right out as well. So there are these top pieces over here on top of the roll cage. You're gonna wanna snap those up on both sides. Once those are snapped up, you just work your way around this panel right here and it completely unsnaps. There's no additional hardware needed or anything. Just make sure once the panel's removed, if any clips retained and stayed back in the vehicle, that you transfer those back to the panel when you're reinstalling it. There you go, one panel removed. This little back piece you remove as well. So when removing both side panels, there's a little 10mm nut on top that you're going to need to loosen up. You do not need to remove it completely. Just loosen it up a little bit and that'll allow these panels to slide out. So this one we've already loosened up, so the panel will unsnap and good to go. And then same with this one, we've already loosened it up here. But you can see here, right here is where I'm talking about. That's the nut that you need to loosen up a little bit. And you can see it's a fork, so you don't need to completely remove it, just loosen it up to allow it to slide out. We have our paneling out now. You're just gonna flip this carpet up forward like so, and then your side carpeted pieces, those just come out real simple. There's nothing holding them in. You just work it all the way around and pull those out completely. Okay, so now we have everything completely out and we're going to prep the surface. You can use acetone or glass cleaner and a microfiber, and you're just going to spray down the area, make sure there's no dust particles or anything like that, or any grease or anything that can interfere with the adhesion of the SoundSkins. Alright, so we're going to be doing our installation on our trunk kit for the JK Jeep. I recommend starting with the sides of the wheel well. Obviously remember step number 1, most important step. Prep all your surfaces, make sure they're completely dust free and free of grease or anything like that. So once those are all cleaned up and ready to go, you got your first side piece right here. That's going to go around like that. You know, if you're not comfortable with it, it's always a good idea to test fit it before you peel off the backing. It doesn't hurt, kind of get yourself orientated with how it's going to sit in there. Once you know exactly where it's going to be, I recommend starting with the front right here and just peel it back like so. We want to use this hole here to align with this right here. This is the pickup for the clip on the panel. So make sure that that's dead center there. Okay, and then leave the paper on this section right here just so it doesn't get caught up on anything. And then just roll it all the way around. Just like so. Making sure that it's good and stuck. And then you can peel off this back part here. That cage right there. Alright, so we got that piece in. Now we're going to start with our top piece that lays over the top of the wheel well, just like so. Again, try to line it up with this hole right here, with that stud sticking up with that 10mm. Get off your backing part way. Lined up. It's okay if it has a little bit of overlap in this area. We just left a little bit extra to make it negligible if you don't have it perfectly lined up. You won't see that in the carpet padding that you're going to put back in and cover all that up, so it's definitely not something to think about. So that's all good to go now. Nice and secure. So like I said, I recommend doing the sides first, so that way you're not messing up the padding when you're working on the sides. Put a pillow down or something like that. And then once your sides are all done, you can lay down the middle section, and the little finger sections on the side, and then the center. We'll be doing that right now. All right, so we're gonna be installing our passenger side. I'm gonna start with the bottom one first. Make sure your surfaces are all prepped and everything. Peel back the front corner. Peel it back to where the hole is, where the clip aligns. That way you have a really good reference point where to center it up at. Make sure that's good and dead center. Add our top piece. Again, using this hole and this stud as a reference point. Now we're all secured down and ready to do the floor. All right, so we're going to be doing the installation of the floor. This is going to be the front section right here. It's always a good idea to lay the piece out before you peel off the backing and just kind of orientate yourself with how it's going to lay up. I recommend fitting it up how it's exactly going to go and then folding it in half this way. Peeling off the backing. And again, make sure it's lined up here. You should be able to roll it down, making sure this hole here is perfectly aligned, like that, and then just work your way from the middle outwards. This should roll down, tuck under here. Okay, we'll flip this side up, continue peeling off the backing. Backing's off, and then again, work your way from the middle outward, just like so. So the tapered side goes towards the wheel well. Okay, so now we have our final piece here. This is going to be for the pan down below. And we've cut out the center piece here for the drain plug in case you ever get water or anything like that in there, you can still utilize it. And the taller side goes towards the front. All right, so we got our piece all peeled, ready to rock. And we'll stick it right down, center it over that drain plug, just like that. Now your trunk kit's complete for the JK.